All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Worker Base's webinar today on how AI agents are transforming downtime to uptime. I'm Brandon, and I'm excited to be your host for this webinar today. And we at Worker Base sincerely appreciate you guys for taking the time to join us, whether you're tuning in or wherever you're tuning in from. And we're glad to have you here. So before we start, I'm just going to go through a brief topic introduction, introduce our speakers, and a bit of housekeeping for all of you. So starting off with the topic introduction. Today's manufacturing environments are more complex than ever, and with that comes the persistent challenge of unplanned downtime. Traditional alarm systems often fall short with static notifications without context or support. This webinar will show you how our AI agents can go beyond the traditional alerts, enabling guided troubleshooting, intelligent decision support, and faster recovery. Today, you'll get to see Worker Base turning downtime to uptime by embedding AI directly into shop floor operations. Regarding our speakers today, we're joined by two seasoned members from our team with deep knowledge and experience on this topic. Thorsten Kruger, our co-founder, will kick things off by introducing the worker-based platform and how it empowers human workers. And Robin Hazen, our solution consultant, who's an expert in AI-guided troubleshooting, will take you into a deeper dive into use cases and a product demo. So before we get started, I'm just going to drop some quick housekeeping rules and we'll get started. Thorsten's already popped in here, I see. Just regarding as we go through the session, if you guys have any questions, feel free to submit them at any time using the Q&A panel on your screen. It should be along the right side. We'll collect them and have a dedicated time at the end to answer as many as we can. So without any further ado, I'm just gonna let Thorsten take it away.
Thank you, Brandon. Thanks for the introduction. So yes, I'm Thorsten, co-founder of Workerbase, and thanks for joining today's session. I would like to give you a short intro to Workerbase and how we help leading manufacturers become more efficient by empowering the human workforce. And this is something that is especially relevant in like the volatile environment that we're in, where we see lots of dynamics and lots of cost pressure on the shop floor. And this is why we built Workerbase. And I will show you a little bit about what we're doing. So why Workerbase? We are called Workerbase for a reason. We see in today's digital factories that a lot of attention goes into improving machines, implementing Industry 4.0 projects, or having like huge investments into AI. And this is all for a reason, and this is good. The true improvement potential, however, that we see and we strongly believe in is the opportunity that lies in enabling the people who keep operations running. And therefore, our mission as Workerbase is quite simple. We empower human workers in the factory to work better. So what's the base in Workerbase? It's a software platform for all human activities in manufacturing. It connects the people with each other. It connects the people with the systems. It connects people with AI and brings all of this together in one single interface that runs on a smartwatch. It can run on a phone. It can run on a tablet. It can run on PCs. But the Workerbase software is a single interface. Think of this as the base layer that unifies how shop floor work is done, no matter the use case. So we do support different kinds of use cases. It can be machine operations, and we will see an example later. But it can also be quality, it can be logistics, it can be assembly. So Workerbase is capable of supporting this all, and it all comes from our software platform. So what kind of components does the platform have? So of course, we can integrate with existing systems and AI. We do have a low-code app builder that allows you to create different kinds of shop floor apps. And it all comes with pre-configured industry-specific workflows that can be used on your shop floor, basically from day one on. So you see a few examples here on this picture. It runs on a watch, for example, for machine operations. It can be a checklist on the phone. It can be like a step-by-step instruction on a larger display. And we do that in many, many different companies already. And the best part is that we have achieved an ROI in typically under 6 months, for example, at Porsche, Bosch, Gazelle, ThyssenKrupp, Siemens, and so on. Here you see an overview about the different use cases, as I just mentioned, different kind of fields. And today we would or will focus on machine operations and machine troubleshooting or machine alarms. And typically we started our customers with deploying one use case, and then we grow from there and add additional use cases. And that can be done quite easily or simple with our platform. So how does it look like? Here you see a short overview for machine operations use case. First step is, for example, in case of an unplanned downtime, that we send an alert from the machine to the worker-based system. And then we alert the operator on different kind of devices. In this case, it's a smartwatch. And then the operator goes to machine, solves the feedback, and probably also puts in data. So this is the traditional way. And now we have extended this use case with AI. But let me first show you a short video section or snippet how this really looks like. So here we have the operator getting the alarm, going to the machine, and solving the issue. And now we can see or have implemented additional solution blocks that leverage AI. And Robin will now give you a short introduction of what we're doing with AI. And I would hand over now to Robin, who guides you through the capabilities and who also demos the system.
All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Thorsten. I will now show you the structure behind our AI-guided troubleshooting case, and I will show you a live demo. For that, let me quickly pull up a few slides first, and then we are going into the live demo. So what is the reason that we as a connected worker platform do these AI use cases? We see ourselves as an enabler for AI on the shop floor, because you cannot just open ChatGPT on the shop floor and then you're good to go and then you have AI use cases. There's a bit more to that. You have a few preconditions to use and enable AI on the shop floor. And those are three key parts. First of all, the most obvious one, you need an interface. So you need an application and a device that where you can run the AI cases on. Second of all, you need your data. You cannot use plain ChatGPT because you want to have your production data in there. And therefore, you need a connected worker platform that can connect to different data sources, such as SAP or your machines. And third, you need a workflow, because AI itself is not a use case. You want to use AI to speed up your processes and to make the life of the workers easier. And therefore, we do integrate AI into specific workflows that are typically already set up in Workerbase, or that can be set up very easily within a connected worker platform such as Workerbase. How does that look like in practice? So this is how such a workflow can look like and how these three elements work together. So you start your workflow by, for example, being triggered based on some kind of event as a user. And then you enrich that workflow with data. For example, order data from SAP or machine data coming via MQTT, all connected to the platform. And then these inputs are combined in the AI engine and then are transformed to an action-oriented result on your interface. So this is kind of the flow and where AI sits within that flow. And for our troubleshooting case, it's fairly similar. And I want to go through these steps with you now. So the troubleshooting case itself is consisting of three parts, essentially. First of all, you have your machine alarm. So you want to get notified when your machine is down. And that's essentially the same case as Thorsten has also shown. And that is live at so many customers in this case. And now the AI parts are part 2 and 3, because you don't only want to be notified, but you also want to solve your issue quickly, and you want to document what you have done. Let's dive deeper into these parts and then go into the demo in a second. So part number 1, the machine alarm notification. Yeah, that's essentially what you've seen in the video. So the machine is down, and then you're getting notified directly, or the right people are actually getting notified directly. So you can react very fast to your machine downtime. And you have a streamlined process because you can very specifically notify the users that are responsible for this machine. The second part is the issue resolution. Here we are combining several data sources, such as machine documentation or manuals, maybe even logs from the service team, and of course also the incident documentation from the past. And this pays into the second bucket. So you want to be notified very quickly, so you can start reacting, and then you want to react very quickly because you want to solve the downtime as quick as possible. To have your machine running again, because downtime is costly. And then we have part 3, which is the documentation. And here we wanted to make an easy variant of documenting things. We don't want the shop floor workers to, I don't know, go to a specific station, to a terminal, write down lots of sentences to document the downtime, because documenting is annoying. We all know that, I don't know, creating tickets is annoying and you don't want to do that. And therefore we are easing up this process by using speech to text and using an AI to structure this input and therefore be able to document issues very quickly and very easily. Now, these are the 3 parts for the use case. And now let's jump into the demo of the case. For that, I will quickly switch the screen sharing. And now I'm sharing actually my phone. So just my iPhone. The Workerbase application is running on both iPhone and Android. And here you can see our task overview. But there's, of course, lots more to it, to the application. We certainly do not have enough time for me to present everything to you. So let's stick to the task overview for now. And let me, in the background, trigger a machine alarm. So this is how it looks like in Workerbase. You get the notification for a machine alarm because I, as a user, have the role that I'm responsible for this machine. It's prior 1, machine is down, so that's really important. And I can now accept the task. And that was essentially part number 1. I am being notified as the responsible person, and now I am also responsible for taking care of it because I do or have accepted the task. I can see all relevant information like the location and the error text here. And now we are starting step number 2, the troubleshooting itself. Because I might not know how exactly to solve this, so I want to use AI. And I'm using AI by pressing this little button here. And now in the background, the AI combines all these data sources and creates a solution overview. And I have emptied the shift book or the documentation on purpose right now. And you will see in a few minutes why I've done this. Because right now we don't have any documentation. The documentation is empty, and you can see that it says I don't have any shift book entries, but it is still proposing potential causes on the on the other or based on the other data inputs, and also what measures to take here. That might help me already, and we have done this on purpose without any prompting. So in the first step, we don't want the operators to do any prompting, because we have all the relevant context information already. We know what is the issue and what it's about, what's the error text, and we have all the relevant data sources connected, like the machine manuals and the error history. Still, I might have specific questions on how to solve issues, and for that, I can go into the chat interface and actually prompt the AI, ask questions, and all that will be, of course, referenced to the connected data sources. So let's assume I have the idea that it might be connected to the 0-point calibration of that specific differential pressure switch. So I can ask the AI and use speech to text for that. I think it is related to the 0-point calibration. Can you guide me through the steps how to solve this? So very quickly, I can ask my question and I get the response directly. And as you can see, this is a very specific response. So I'm getting guidance on which buttons to use, how many seconds to press which button. So this is not just general LLM knowledge. This is specific information based on the documents that we have connected to this machine. And we can connect lots of documents to it. We have a pre-filtering mechanism. So as you can see, this is a real time demo, and the answer started after maybe 2 seconds. So it's very, very quick. Okay, let's say that was the actual cause, this 0-point calibration, and that's how I solved it. So I can now close the speed up. I'm getting back to my alarm. And now I can start the documentation, which is part 3 of this use case. So I'm clicking on document here. And now again, we have a second AI agent that is also summarizing all the information that we have about the error and about the potential root causes. And it also includes the chat history of what I have asked the agent earlier. So we can see in the root cause that it appears to be related to an incorrect calibration and such. And now this is a proposal from the AI of how this documentation can look like. And as you can see, it's already nicely structured. We have the error information on top, and then here problem, root cause, measures, and next steps. And we can even classify the issue. So this one is now classified as electrical. And as I said, this is a proposal from the AI. And now it has a few open questions, and I can answer them and maybe even refine the shift book entry here. Let's say I'm fine with that. Yes, I confirm. And I confirm this entry and this proposal. I could also have said that I want to have a different type, and then it would have been changed. Now in the background, it is kind of preparing once more the shift book entry or the documentation here. And now I'm also getting this confirm button. So now I can finish this task, and I only get the button after confirming everything and after the information is complete. So you have a very easy mechanism of having complete information here. Confirmed. That's done. Now I'm done with my task. And I want to show you one more thing. I will now trigger the same issue again. And now you can see how the AI learns from the documentation. So I'm accepting the task. I'm seeing the same machine alarm again, and I'm triggering the speed up again. And now you will see that the potential cause might be incorrect calibration. And here it says perform offset calibration for recalibrating the differential pressure transmitter. So it learns from the documentation and therefore it kind of improves over time. So if I would be now a different operator having the same problem, I would benefit from the information that somebody else has documented before, and yeah, in a very easy manner. So that was the live demo. I will now confirm this one and close it. Let's jump back to the slides. Okay. What I want to show you now is how you can set up such a use case, essentially. Yeah, I mean, based on the demo, you would now maybe think that's a very, very complicated thing to set up and it would take lots of coding and whatnot, but it doesn't. We have what we call agent framework, where you can set up these things without any coding. And I want to show you a few exemplary snippets from that for these two AI-guided parts. So for the issue resolution and for the AI-powered documentation. Let me therefore zoom in a little bit and start with part number 2, the AI-guided issue resolution. This is now a snippet of our platform of how you can set up these agents. And for example, you can define your data input sources very easily. So here you can, for example, connect to our document library and you can connect to the documents of that specific machine. So you define, I want to see the document of that machine with the machine ID that's coming from the error telegram. And then you say, okay, I want to include all manuals and all drawings. So the AI then includes these in the answer. You can even describe the data source, so the AI knows better what's in there. And you can, for example, define the quality of the data source. So the AI can also rank different data sources by data quality. Next one, the documentation itself, also just a snippet of how you can set this up. You can just enter your prompt here, so just to explain a little bit the context of it, and then define each and every property that you want to collect from the user. The example here is the problem explanation. So that would be one field. The user should submit the problem explanation. And we can describe that, what this is about. This is a required field, so the user needs to submit that. And we can even define the output language. So we can then translate in case the user does not speak the same language as we want to have the documentation in. Now, that's just a brief overview, I would say, of our AI capabilities. I hope that was interesting for you. And we are, of course, very happy to provide more information and show you in detail what we are capable of in maybe another session here.
So I'm joining back here on the stage just to quickly wrap everything up. So at the end, you have seen Workerbase as a quite powerful platform that can run different kind of use cases. Machine alarm, troubleshooting with AI is only one use case, as we mentioned. Our software can be integrated in your system architecture, in your environment. We can connect to your machines, to your SAP, ERP, MES, whatever you have. So consider this as a strategic platform that is really scalable and can start with only one use case, and then you can add additional use cases. We do have best practices, so we are already operating in multiple factories across the globe. We can provide a unified front end with a low-code app builder, and of course, we can also integrate AI, also your AI initiatives that are running on the shop floor. So with that, I would like to wrap up, and now we come to the question and answer part. And during Robin's presentation, I just collected a few question answers on the next slide. Maybe Robin, you can just go ahead and show the questions and answers that were popping up. Maybe I take the first one. Which LLM do you use? Here we're quite open and flexible. So basically, we can use any type of existing LLM. So we typically use OpenAI or Google Gemini in our projects, but we can also integrate your custom LLMs or the LLMs that you're using in your environment. So just flexible and yeah, basically we offer the use case to all those LLMs. Also flexible what type of devices we can use it on. As you have seen, we support smartwatches, we have phones, we can run on Android, we can run on iOS, so it's quite flexible here as well. Maybe Robin, you would like to take the third question?
Yeah, absolutely. So data security, of course, we often hear that. And yes, your data is secure and we won't use it to train AI models. We have an enterprise contract with all the typical big LLM provider. So this is contractually secured that the data is safe and won't be used to train AI models. The last question, how do you manage the documents? So we have a complete asset structure in Workerbase where we can structure, for example, your machines. We can classify them into specific machine types, for example, and then you can basically refer the documents to that. So you can refer documents to specific machine types or to very specific machines. If you have, for example, a troubleshooting guide for a specific machine, you can set all that up, upload the documents to Workerbase with version control and everything. So that's no problem.
All right. So with this said, I think we're through for today. Let me quickly advertise our next webinar that will be held in June, and we will promote it through our email newsletter. It will be about quality. Here we have a customer, Sovitech, presenting what they are doing with quality, with checklists. I think this will be amazing. So we'll keep you posted. Other than that, thanks for your interest. And I think this is it for today, and see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.